guys, James here recording. I just want to go through a video. It's on plasti dip, and it's the reasons why we do plasti dip. We don't do a lot of it, we mainly do hydrographics. The reason we don't do a lot of plasti dip is usually we're quite a bit more expensive than other companies in our area, and the reason for that is, and I've probably said it before, the reason for that is because we do it properly. We apply the right amount of coats, we use the right products, we only use plasti dip, we only use plasti dip thinners, and we use the right equipment. Now there's obviously other companies out there that are still using plasti dip, but they're mixing it with normal thinners, obviously to make things a bit cheaper. Now what I've bought is I've bought an old MX5 off a kid that does plasti dip. Now granted, he's used the MX5 to practice, but obviously there's a lot of companies out there that, you know, they're just starting up or they've been doing it a while and they're charging ridiculously low prices for a lot of work, and the reason they can do that is because they're not using the right products. I want to show you what happens when you don't use the right products. So this is a little Mazda MX-5 I've bought. It's a 1.8, that's why I've bought it. I've had about 15 of these. Even had a BBR turbo, so I do quite like them. They're quite a bit of fun. So this is, now obviously I bought it knowing it's got plasti dip on it, and the colour of the plasti dip is some kind of rank purple. Now you can see, and I don't know where you can see it on the camera, but I mean the paintwork's not very good anyway, but that is the normal silver. Where I'm starting to tear the plasti dip off, you can see it's left a stain. So here you've got normal silver, the colour it should be, and then you've got what appears to be stained slightly pink plasti dip. Now I would attribute that personally to putting normal thinners in the plasti dip, which may have burnt the original paint and left a stain on there. I mean, furthermore, this particular bit is, other than staining it, it's not ripped the paint off. But when I've come to remove the plasti dip off the boot, we've ripped all the lacquer off. Now, as I say, the paint's not very good on the car anyway, but even then it shouldn't rip. I've never removed plasti dip and had the lacquer come off, and that has got to be down to mixing thinners. It's got to be down to mixing normal thinners with plasti dip. You know, if your purpose of having your car plasti dipped is because you want to change the colour and your paintwork's already not very good, you know, fine, take it somewhere cheap. Won't last that long, you know, but it's a cheap job. You might pay £400. But if you're using plasti dip because you want it in replacement of a vinyl wrap, you want to protect your car paint, don't spend £300 or 400 quid. You know, you should be spending on it something like a Mazda MX-5 and something like matte black. We would charge about £600, and that's to use about 15 litres of plasti dip with plasti dip thinners and do a good job. If somebody's charging you £300 or 400, you know, you might as well bet your right nut that it's going to come off, or it's going to do what it's done to this and stain it, or even worse, it's going to rip your lacquer off. So, you know, the purpose of this video is just to say, don't take it to somebody that's been doing it 5 minutes, or that's charging rock bottom prices, because there's a reason for it. Thanks.